Get over here! Alright, we're just gonna keep on slowly moving our units up. That's the best thing we can do. Hey, that level up actually gave Reese an opportunity.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Heal 1 point.
Experience is experience, man. Alright, I think that's all we can do right now. Here we go.
Kilvis has betrayed us.
I think abandoned would be more accurate, but...
Idiot! It's the same thing. Ugh! Accursed subhumans. We should never have trusted them. I mean, yeah.
You reap what you sow.
I think it's okay to align yourself with the Kilvis Ravens as long as you understand that he will. You know what? I don't care what happens to that Raven. That's fine.
Uh-huh. Ah, he has a ranged weapon. I really should be checking their inventories more often.
I wasn't worried.
I mean, I'm not too worried myself either, but still.
Unless he had, like, the Ike Killer. No, unless he had, like, a Brave Sword or Brave Lance or something.
That's true. Okay, so you got a short axe.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be a little rough on Marcia.
Mm-hmm. Let me check what that can do. Not terrible, actually.
Yeah, but then there's an archer there that can walk back and shoot her in the face.
Well, again, oh man, she's not in range to attack him. That's the problem. So I'm gonna try and move her forward a bit more, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, to deal with you and with you.
Yeah, it would have been helpful if we brought Jill, I guess.
Yeah, why not? Here's what we're gonna do. Gonna move you over here.
Okay. I don't see where you're going with this, but...
Huh.
Yeah.
Not enough.
It's probably the best damage we're gonna get. I mean, if we need to, Boyd should be able to pick up Rayson. I say you still move Oscar into attack.
Yeah. Yeah, we might as well.
Yeah, because even though they are weak to bows, they're not like... Bows aren't like the instant kills to Wyverns like they are to Pegasus Knights.
Yeah. Wyverns are physically more defensive than Pegasus Knights are.
Okay, check that Wyvern's range. So we need to get Rayson and Reese and Soren out of there. Can Gatry get to where Soren is?
Yeah, he can.
Pick up and drop Rayson 2 spaces down from where Soren currently is. So move Soren out of the way first.
Alright.
Then move Gatry to where Soren was.
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
And rescue.
Before I do...
And then move Boyd to take and drop.
Yep. There we go.
Okay, and then get Reese and Mist out of there. Nephany can stay if she wants to.
Alright, before I do, though, let's go ahead and take care of you real quick. Yeah, I'll just have Ike do it. Assume you can.
With Rolf's help.
Um...
I don't think those guys move.
Okay, I just want to be sure, though.
Pretty sure. Oh, oh,
Perfect.
very good.
Well done, Ike.
Necessary crits.
Very necessary. All right.
Necessary ethers.
I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Alright, we'll get these guys out of the way for now. Yeah, we'll move these guys over here.
Okay. And what do you think with Nephany? Do you want Nephany to stay with the javelin?
Yeah. I'm gonna have Janet move over here. Once he transforms, he can back Marcia up.
Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe Janeth will be the one to take out the guy with the short axe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he wants the melee attack that Oscar can't counter. But Oscar should... My math is bad. I think Oscar can take him out this turn.
Maybe.
Look at these 1 damage shots.
Goodness gracious.
Do you guys have any idea how big a ballista bolt actually is?
Wait, is that guy still attacking?
Whoa.
Huh.
I don't...
The one...
Oh man, that might put Marcy into kill range.
I think it will.
Oh man, thanks, dude.
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay. A surprise ally from Kilvas.
Wow, Killbot, like, this one Raven is like, hey, you know what, we were kind of dicks to...
Well...
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I still got what I wanted out of that.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually better, because now we get more experience for killing him.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's as much experience as we could have gotten from that trade.
Time for you to make us truly proud, Marcia. We got a Falcon Knight. I mean, we already had, Tanith, but
Yeah.
Marcia deserves this.
Made a Falcon Knight from scratch.
Beautiful. Gonna get her out of range because she is, I keep forgetting! They heal completely upon class change!
Yeah, that's really nice, actually.
Like, for real!
Keep in mind the ballista range.
Yeah. I don't think this guy... Yeah, this guy has no bolts left.
You're out of bolts!
Yep, this guy has 2 left. So, he's still an issue, but...
Okay, ballistas do run out of bolts. Good to know.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Alright, Oscar, can you do this? Yes, he can! Just enough!
Because I think in Fates, ballistas and catapults and stuff can just kind of go forever.
I think so. I like to think that maybe, like, they just get, like...
Soul!
Wonderful. Like, you know those units in like actual warfare where it's like their whole responsibility is just to bring ammo to the guys manning the cannons and the ballistas and whatnot? Those guys. The unsung heroes.
We had, in one of our D&D campaigns that I DM'd, the Seafaring campaign,
Yeah.
I actually had a mechanic where there were cannons that you could fire from the ships, but it would take a full round action just to load it. But then there were even... there were all kinds of different people you could recruit to the ships, and you could recruit people, you could have them just standing by the cannon using their action to reload.
I do remember that, yeah.
So that you could fire a cannon every turn. I was very inspired by Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah, I remember that was the main, like, inspiration with the Seafaring campaign. Actually, our friend Joe, put that together.
Well, I had the Seafaring campaign, and then Joe had a campaign which was... Skyfaring.
Yeah, Skyfaring.
That was, yeah, airships.
Yeah, I do remember that. Alright, I have an idea here.
I don't know if Joe ever played Skies of Arcadia, but I'm a huge Skies of Arcadia guy.
I think he has expressed interest in playing Skies of Arcadia. Don't quote me on that, but I think he knows of it at the very least, because he's mentioned it before.
I think Joe would like it because the way he runs D&D campaigns, he likes doing the same... The thing I really wanted to do in a campaign was the kind of thing where you're hiring a lot of people, not just for, like, fighting, but for things like where you need, like, cooks and people to run maintenance on the cannons and stuff like that.
Exactly. Again, like, Skies of Arcadia, also, I think Joe would just generally... I think Skies of Arcadia is a good one if you like good writing.
Yeah. Definitely in my top 10 RPGs. I don't know, I'm really bad at doing... When people say, like, what are your favorite games of all time, I don't know if I could ever make a definitive ordered list.
God knows I had trouble with the one I made.
Yeah,
like, you worked on that with me, and that was a trial in and of itself.
Yeah, we sat down, went through, like, every video game we could think of, had a list at one point of 151 games that were all, one per franchise.
Yeah. So that in and of itself was quite a treat to go through.
Yeah, had to narrow that down to 50, plus more games than that we thought of while writing it, because I think, like, Hollow Knight was a late edition.
Hollow Knight, Octopath Traveler was a late entry into that one. A couple of others.
Celeste might have been.
I think Celeste might have been, yeah, because I remember you introduced me to Celeste, and that was a fantastic experience for me.
Celeste would be in my top 50. I think Hollow Knight would be in my top 50.
Hollow Knight, like, took me by surprise. That one, actually, I was introduced to by Patty.
Yeah,
that was worthwhile experience.
I think it might be the best Metroidvania.
It's definitely up there as, like, one of the best Metroidvanias. That's one thing I noticed about the countdown in general, that, like, it didn't click with me at first, but then I realized, yeah, I really like Metroidvanias a lot.
Yeah.
Oh no. You served us well, friend.
Ed! That was Ed the Raven. He fought valiantly.
We will miss you, Ed. You were the one crow who did not truly betray your fellow Lagoos.
Yeah, let's avenge Ed.
Yeah. Alright, Marcia. With the Sakura Blade!
The Sakura Blade.
Let's do it!
So yeah, we knew that she'd be coming in with... So it's bright pink, I love it. We knew she'd be getting swords, but she'd be at E rank, because that happens whenever you class somebody up and they get a new weapon proficiency. So we made her a really good E rank sword. That's generally what we've been doing with forgeables throughout the whole game.
Yeah. Alright, Janif, do your thing.
Like, if we wanted, we can make Boyd a really good bow. We can make Oscar a really good bow.
Yeah, we could. And their triangle attack would be all that better. I don't think we need to make Rolf a bow. No. I think Rolf is perfectly
Rolf makes
fine.
his own bows.
He does! Well, actually, no.
In Radiant Dawn, he does, but he's not that good at it. That remains, like, the one thing Sheenan's better at.
So these guys don't move at all?
I don't think so.
Huh. Yeah, because, like, I'm in their range, but they ain't budging.
So one thing somebody told me in the comments, and I believe them, is that the Sonic Sword is actually misprogrammed.
And is actually physical?
And is actually based off of the strength stat still.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Go figure. I'm going to wait one more turn just to test it out. Okay. Because if they don't move, then... Well, then Gatry's...
then we're pretty safe, yeah.
Mm-hmm. This one lone...
Yeah, that Wyvern's camping. I think the Ravens changing sides really confused some of the AI.
Maybe. Alright, yeah, let's give it another turn.
Yeah, and I think maybe we could try charging it with Oscar. That was the one thing where I kind of would have liked Oscar and Kieran, because this is a big map. And
yeah, that's
you
true.
Can't just run your flyers down there because
of the ballista.
They'll get shot full of holes.
Yep. But all in all, I think this worked out perfectly fine.
Yeah, I have no complaints.
All right.
I mean, my feet kind of hurt, but that's unrelated to the game.
Why?
Nah, I was just I was just ripping. My feet are fine. Everybody, don't worry. My feet feel just fine.
Aha. Moving on. Yeah, they ain't moving. And with Racing on standby, we can definitely secure some things here. So, yeah, do we want Oscar to charge in?
Okay, so the ballista is out?
The ballista is out of bolts, yes.
Okay. The archer can still move.
Yes, but he has...
Oh, he can't get off the mountain.
Yeah, he can't.
Okay.
So, he's out of the picture. This Wyvern Rider might sneak up on us, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that...
Yeah, I say let's advance.
Alright, let's do it. Let's start with Oscar, then.
Is this a defeat boss chapter or a route chapter?
It is a defeat boss chapter.
So that's something to think about, too.
Alright, then. There is this mountain range that we can maybe take advantage of.
Yeah.
Like, just to, like, get everyone securely over there.
Yeah, how about we move up our forces to maybe proc the Wyvern and hit a bunch of units next
I can agree to this.
What weapon does the Wyvern have?
He has a steel lance and a javelin.
So that means that's his javelin range, right?
Yes.
So if we give Boyd a bow...
Mm-hmm. Alright, then.
I think that's how it works. Unless it displays the attack range of
no.
the equipped weapon only.
No, it will display the range of, everything else.
Okay. A lot of things you had to think about.
Yeah. Alright, that's gonna be how it is. I'm gonna put these guys next to the ballista. What's your meter, Janeth?
It's pretty up there.
Alright then, so we're good on that.
Yeah, Janeth's ready to go to work.
Alright then.
Janeth just finished his coffee. Alright, so we wanna... Yeah, the real annoying thing is just we haven't been getting bonus XP, so it's been really hard to level up Mist and Reese.
I'm getting a fun idea.
Define fun.
Define fun as in it will secure our victory fun.
Okay. Well, it seems to involve Soren, so I think I like it.
Not for this turn. I was just doing that for the experience.
Okay. Yep, okay. So we were right about the... Because why the heck would you do that unless you had to?
Mm-hmm.
Also, we got Vantage.
Lovely. Not that Vantage matters much in that scenario.
No, it always makes me laugh. They're like charging at you with the javelin, and Boyd's like, wait.
Alright. Do we want to take these guys out first?
Yes, just keep in mind that Hamasa's... If we don't kill Hamasa this turn, he's gonna get attacks. But
yeah.
If we could maximize the experience out of this, that would be great.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Also, he's a sword master, so he might have... Yeah, he's got crit chances.
He won't kill Oscar if he crits here.
Yeah, you're right.
Shall we?
Let's do it. Oscar, if you want a soul here, that would be great. My sword is lightning. Do you think you can follow its dance? I think he has special dialogue with Stefan and Zyhark, actually.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They just talk swords. Yeah.
Huh. Alright. Watch this.
Oh, you crazy bastard. I mean, you're gonna have to Canto Oscar for it, but...
Yep. That was my original plan, actually.
Okay. Is Rolf able to get to where he needs to be?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just let you do it.
Alright then. Now then, he needs to have the bow equipped.
Yeah.
First, missed. We're going to kill him this turn.
Okay.
One way or the other.
Okay. I mean, there's certainly enough units to do it.
Let's do this first.
Okay. Yeah, it's so interesting that they made the triangle attack bow-based.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea personally.
Yeah, me too.
Though there is one issue with it. If we're going to, like, if they do it the way that it's intended, I always thought it was like, okay, triangle, I always thought it was going to be like a perfect triangle so that they're not, and the guy in the center so they're not, like, pointing it at each other. But it's like one of those, like, half diamond triangles, so these two spaces would be facing each other. That's an unsafe maneuver.
Yeah. I guess just, like, aim the arrows down a little bit. Do not try triangle attacks at home, people.
No, please don't. Like, it at least makes sense with the Pegasus Knights and Lances, because it's like, the way they do the triangle attack, Fire Emblem Echoes actually demonstrates it perfectly. It's like, they fly down in a triangle formation, with, like, one in the front, two in the back, kind of riding the draft.
Yeah.
And they attack one after the other. That makes sense for a triangle attack.
Yeah, that's about as safe as riding Pegasi would ever be.
Pretty much. I mean, I guess I kind of compare it to the Blue Angels. I guess like they have such training and such dexterity with their what they're riding that you can pretty much do any sort of like crazy stupid maneuver stunt and it'll work.
Realistically, mounted combat is like some of the most dangerous freaking like because when you joust somebody, it's just as often you're gonna knock yourself off your own horse by doing it, because for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Fun fact about that, though.
You gotta really know what you're doing.
Yeah, fun fact about it, though, it's like, it kind of makes sense, though, because mounted combat back in the day, during, like, the days of medieval warfare, was so unbelievably effective that it was kind of freaking stupid. Like,
and all the feudal lords were like, Riot, please nerf mounts.
To put into perspective, guys, if you were to make the comparison by modern day standards, a mounted horse, a mounted knight on horseback back during those medieval times, going up against a foot soldier, was the equivalent of a foot soldier today going up against a tank. That's how effective they were. You do not take on a mounted horseman on foot.
Yeah, it's a bad
That is
time.
a death sentence.
No, I'm talking like if you're doing like cavalry versus cavalry and you're all just charging each other, like most of the people there are going to be seriously injured.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Shall we?
No chance of crit, so...
Well, no chance of crit on Boyd.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Because we don't want to kill him before the big finale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit of a hit there.
For a second, I thought that was a critical.
Yeah, some of the animations I'm less familiar with, so I don't actually know when they're happening.
All right. Is there anyone Reese can heal?
Don't think so.
Do we want to use one of his regular staff or other staffs then?
Sure, if you want to like silence or ward or something.
Actually, wait.
Nice.
Perfect.
I'm okay with that.
All right. And that's all she wrote, I think.
Let's see it. Yep, we're good. The time is now! Triangle attack! The shame.
How about that?
Not as visually impressive.
Not as visually impressive, but we got to show it off at least.
Yeah. We got automatic crits! We got automatic crits!
Guaranteed crits, but...
That's it, guaranteed crits.
Okay, then. Hey, it was a lot cooler with the...
I wasn't... yeah.
It was a lot cooler with the Pegasus Knights because, one, you were not a big fan of, what's-her-face?
It was a little...
Farina.
It's a little harder to summon the hype for this one.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, and second of all, it's like... it was a lot more visually appealing in the original. Or in the GBA, because, like, you got the 2 Pegasus Knights coming in, whoop, whoop, and then the critical with the 3rd one.
That's not me making fun of you. That's, like, one of my favorite moments in that Let's Play. I'm actually a big fan of it.
It was great. It was great. We won. Somehow.
It's because you did an excellent job of driving off the Ravens.
Yeah. If we had continued to fight them, we would have suffered more casualties than this.
That is to say more than 0.
I must extend thanks to Rayson.
My Lord Ike, I'm pleased to see you well. You haven't been injured, have you?
Princess Alencia, I'm fine. I'm unharmed.
Oh, that's good. Ike, may I have a word? And if you don't mind, Princess Alencia, would you join us as well? Please join me in that building. What could it be?
Let's go see.
By building, do you mean tent? Oh no, it is a building.
This is...
Holy.
incredible, no? It's gold. All of it.
Dan must be filthy rich. There's so much it doesn't even seem real. What do we do with it?
It's the spoils of war, so naturally, it's ours.
In that case, I'd like to borrow 50,000. Would that be alright?
That's a lot of money. What are you planning on doing?
It's a private matter.
I apologize, Commander. You're not a child. There's no reason for me to pry. My Lord Ike, please use this gold for the mercenary company. Until now, I haven't had the resources to adequately pay them, so please.
No. If I may borrow the 50,000, then... If I may borrow the 50,000, that will be more than...
You won't borrow it, you will accept it. And in good faith. The remainder we'll give to Soren for the company maintenance. Would that be alright, Princess Alencia? Yes, of course.
Here we go. We couldn't get him up to the point, but it'll work.
General Patrine? Please, General, I'm just a messenger. However, I have to tell you...
I already heard you, dunderhead. I hated those filthy crows right from the start. Even so, to be betrayed in such a fashion. Ugh! Someone will pay for this. Oh, you certainly had your way with us, didn't you, King Kilvas? But if you want to make an enemy of Dayan, then so be it. Once Gallia's fallen, we'll turn our attention to your puny nation and wipe it off the face of the world. Why are you still here? Why are you still there? Do you find me amusing? Shall I make my lance dance for you?
No, ma'am. No, never. Not at all. I beg your pardon. So sorry. I'll be going now.
Dog's breath. I need something, a brilliant plan. If this continues much longer, the king will have my head. A horrible, horrible, horrible plan.
You wanted to see me?
You've waited a long time. Take this. It's the gold you were promised.
Finally scraped it together, huh? I'll gladly accept it.
Aren't you going to count it?
There's no need. I'll trust you.
Alright. Then I'll take what was promised. The report you wrote for my father.
There isn't one.
What?
There is no report. Never was.
You lied to me? You exploited my need to know about my father.
There is something I must tell you. However, it could not be written down. It is too great of a secret for that. Your father told me to wait until I thought you were mature enough to hear it, and then to tell you myself.
Mature? Then what was the 50,000 gold for?
The gold. That was my idea. I thought it would be a good way to test how resourceful and responsible you were.
Get started. I want to hear it all.
I've spent a long time as Greil's hired shadow. A long time. I remained hidden from sight in case the day ever arrived that I needed to fulfill my contract. All that time for one job.
What was it?
If Greil were ever to go berserk, I was to stop him. I was to take his life.
What? Oh, hang on.
Sorry, I got excited. All that gold. Actually, there was one other thing. If Greil were ever slain by his pursuers, I was to watch over his son and tell him Grail's secret at an appropriate time. That was my job. Oh, I didn't... Oh, okay.
No, that was right. Berserk? What are you talking about? Why would you have to kill my father?
Because of Laron's medallion.
What medallion? What are you talking about?
The medallion your sister carries.
Huh? That old bronze thing? I thought it was just a keepsake of my mother's. Are you telling me that it's something more?
Greil told me it was an object of great peril, but nothing more. I did some investigating on my own, though. And what I discovered surprised me.
Tell me.
Laron was one of the Heron clan, an ancestor of our Prince Racin, who carried with him a bronze medallion. Long, long ago, a band of heroes defeated an evil god and imprisoned it therein.
An evil god? Do you think this is funny? You are joking, aren't you?
Unfortunately, I'm not. And I've no idea how the cursed thing came to be in Grail's possession. That being said, I do know that the men who hunted your father were actually seeking the medallion. Why they wanted it and what they plan to do with it, just thinking about it gives me chills.
I'm finding all of this a little hard to believe. You said the medallion was an object of great peril, didn't you? Then why would my father allow Miss to carry it around? That doesn't make any sense.
It's because she can carry it safely. Actually, she's the only one who can. If you want proof, think back. Have you ever once touched it?
No, I haven't. A long time ago, I remember reaching out for it while Mist had it in her hand. My father scolded me harshly. After that, I assumed it was my sister's alone, and I never reached for it again.
Compared to other people, the balance within your sister is extremely strong. Your mother, it seems, was the same. That's why they could bear it safely. The medallion is like a strong poison. It takes the worst aspects of a person and magnifies them 1,000-fold. Greil touched it only once, and it drove him to complete madness.
So that's what you meant when you said he went berserk.
That's right. Beork and Laguz are made up of two forces, balance and chaos. In this, there is no difference between us. It is the proportion of balance to chaos that determines how much the medallion affects a person. In that sense, it predicts how much harm that person might do. Your father was one of the preeminent swordsmen of his generation. That day, after he touched the medallion, 20 soldiers had come for him. 20 highly trained killers. Your father barely broke a sweat cutting them down. Then he began attacking his neighbors, those who had taken him in, concealed his identity, and called him a friend. He slew them one by one until your mother rushed in, thinking only to save her husband from himself. It was over in an instant. Your mother grabbed the medallion from his hand and stepped away from him. They say she smiled as he pulled his sword from her breast and forgave him as her life's blood spilled into the street.
My father? Killed my mother? No, that can't be.
It was the medallion. Its power is too great for any man. Even one of your father's caliber. Me? You? If either of us touched it, I'm certain that we both would have been consumed by madness. When your father regained his senses, he tracked me down. It seems he'd heard rumors of me some time before. He said he had need of someone like me. Close-mouthed, skilled, and most importantly, willing to do any sort of work. Of course, after hearing what he wanted me to do, I turned him down. Greil was once a famed general. He was Sir Gawain, one of Daen's 4 riders, and I recognized him at once. There was no chance someone like me would ever be able to stop him.
But you took the job anyway. Why did you change your mind?
Greil had lost his wife, and his grief was overpowering. To keep anything like that from happening again, he crippled himself. He slashed the tendons in his sword hands so that he could not wield a sword again. I took the job only because he had become someone my skill could handle. And even then, he was still far stronger than most men.
I don't know what to say.
That is Greil's secret, as I know it. I now entrust to you the responsibility of seeing that the medallion does not fall into the wrong hands. Your sister must keep it.
As my father lay dying, he told me to forget everything and live in peace. What did he mean?
He didn't want you to lose yourself and go hunting for revenge, I suppose. He was killed. He was killed much, much sooner than he ever expected to be.
So my father's dying wish was for me to protect the medallion? If I can do that, everything will be alright?
I believe so. At the very least, that must take precedence over everything else.
I understand.
Oh, one last thing.
What is it?
Do you want to hire me? In the event that you go berserk someday? If we make a deal now, you won't have to worry about it anymore. As for payment, I can take it out of the 50,000 you just gave me. What do you say?
Yep. Please.
That's a wise decision. And in that case, I no longer need to conceal my true identity.
Huh?
I'm actually awesome.
So yeah, this is why I wanted to get Volk up there. And I'm still determined to use him. Considering that we've gone this far.
I mean, might as well now. I usually use Volk, I just don't normally attack with him.
We have an assassin.
And he's got a new look.
Yep.
Now he wears a scarf under his... I no longer need to conceal my identity. Now let me put this mask on.
Well, I think it's less that his name is not really Volk, and more like he's not just some common thief.
Yeah. I'm not really a thief. I'm an assassin. From now on, I'll take on any job you've got, no matter how dirty.
Father. Mother. Oh, why?
Did he just, like, poof?
Is
that what happened? That was such a quick turn to black. It kind of startled me.
Yeah, that startled me too. I thought the thing, like...
Yeah, I thought something went wrong.
Yeah, I thought the thing shut off for a moment.
Smoke bomb.
I'll have to take a look at that then, because, like, that did look a little weird. But anyway, thank you everybody for joining us for Chapter 19 of Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. So that was an information dump.
Yeah,
Woo! Okay.
I don't know it... Yeah, there's a few things about that are surprising. One, evil god in a medallion.
Yes.
Two, how Ike's mom died. 3, Greil is Sir Gawain, which I think they've called him that before.
The Black Knight and a few others have called him Gawain.
We meet again, Gawain.
And this also explains why he's not as strong as he used to be, and that's the whole situation of why Volk would be able to take him out.
Yeah,
is because like he can't wield a sword anymore.
And the Black Knight was really frustrated fighting him because the Black Knight was trained by Greil and wanted to prove that he had now surpassed him.
Yeah.
But now he'll never know because Greil wasn't at his top fighting shape. He didn't even use his favorite weapon.
Yep.
Greil used his axe.
Not even if he could anyway, because
Yeah.
I think the reason he's able to use the axe is because it is a two-handed weapon. He has a good hand to wield it and try to drive it. But if he were to try and wield a one-handed sword, he would have a lot of trouble.
It looked like, from that picture, Greil did kind of what Ike does, where he wields a two-handed sword one-handed.
Yeah. That's kind of like
which is what the Black Knight does too.
Yeah, that's kind of a trademark where like I wouldn't be surprised if that's kind of like some sort of day in custom where like they hire like a knight that is strong enough to wield a great sword with only one hand.
Yeah, that's Gawain style.
I think it's actually a style that is generally a technique from history. I think it's called the monkey's grip.
Monkey's grip.
It's a common technique where like you wield a giant sword or like a big sword that's normally two-handed with one hand. It was the concept that they utilized with bastard swords.
Huh.
Because like bastard swords are normally wielded two-handed, but there are techniques where you can wield it with just one hand. It's just really hard.
Results may vary.
Yes, but and one last thing before we head out, I do want to emphasize the fact that like I find it really cool how we all know what Laurent's medallion is right now, right?
Yeah.
And that's what made Greil go berserk. I like the fact that I will give Fire Emblem Heroes credit on this one. They introduced those dark units that like are evil versions of like popular heroes. Ike's fell version is of him wielding the medallion.
If Ike accidentally took the medallion.
Not so much accidentally.
Or purposefully.
Maybe accidentally or purposefully, but it's actually speculated in Fire Emblem Heroes, at the very least, that if Ike did wield the medallion, he actually would have the strength and resolve to control it.
Oh, that's
just barely. Not this Ike, but Radiant Dawn Ike. If Radiant Dawn Ike took hold of the medallion, he would absolutely be going berserk, and he would actually be worried of himself, like, losing control. But it's speculated that he has the strong enough will to at least make use of the medallion, if only temporarily.
Well, my theory is that the medallion is part of the reason why Ashnard is so messed up, and that's why Greil left. I think Greil took the medallion from him and went into hiding.
I think that's actually on point there. But yeah, like, you should hear some of the lines that Ike says when he is, like, in that berserk mode in Fire Emblem Heroes. Like, he still knows who he is, he still maintains control, he still, like, it's speculated that the memories of his mother and Mist are the only things keeping him in check. And when he addresses Soren in Titania, he's like, stay back, that's in order.
Neat.
So there is that little semblance of him who's still in control. So that's kind of cool, honestly.
Huh, I like it.
But, yeah, so I'm the Green Scorpion.
I'm the ComicFoil.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you in the next episode.
Next time we deal with the stuff with Jill.
Yeah, that... From one difficult story beat to another. Goodness gracious, I dislike you so much, Naysala.